MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch out.
Committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any public media.
And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the welcome to the NBA. Let's see some of the numbers here for Kristaps Porzingis.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
And the starting group for Chicago. Miles Turner out there with John Collins. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. Then it's Karis LeVert. And it's Mr. Perfect in at the 1. And for Boston, the perimeter pairing, White and Brown. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Keita in at the power forward. And these rivalry games, always captivating. Some players will try to downplay him, but not MP. He said all along, I'm coming for him.
As if rivalry games aren't hard enough, MP put a huge target on his back by saying they're going to up their game against their rivals. And you couldn't draw it up any better. Everybody's bought into the philosophy, and MP is leading these guys to victory after victory in these rivalry games. And he looks to keep it rolling here tonight.
Hey, Doris, at what point in the year are coaching staffs really starting to optimize their rosters?
Well, B.A., I think one of the fascinating things is after about 20 games, what teams do analytically is they're going to evaluate what are their best 2-man, 3-man, 4-man, and 5-man units. What are their plus minuses? What combinations work and don't work together? The fascinating piece is over the grind of an NBA season, there's always challenges. An injury that's poorly timed, or perhaps a trade at the deadline. So many things go into optimizing your roster.
Chicago's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Mr. Perfect. Another 3 for Chicago.
3.
Just over a minute and a half in. Brown scanning the floor. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Here's Pritchard, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Mr. Perfect passes to Dosunmu. Here's Mr. Perfect. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Brown for 3. Again, the miss by Boston. The Bulls have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. It's stolen away. White drives in. Rebound by the Bulls. And this team is on absolute fire right now. They've won 18 in a row.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Mr. Perfect in their last time out against the Heat had a huge game. He dropped an amazing number of points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Outside, Brown. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Some changes for Boston. Hauser, he's checked in for Queta. Melton comes in for Brown. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Jang, he's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for DeSumo. Shot to stop the run. From deep, Melton. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Mr. Perfect. What a tremendous game he played against Miami.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Celtics trail by 16. Pass to Hauser. Three-pointer. On target from range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Another 3 for Chicago.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And White has got the ball here for Boston. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
This team downed them in last year's conference finals, ultimately ending their championship dreams. Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Mr. Perfect gets the bucket.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Holiday taking his time here. Pass to Porzingis. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. Porzingis has checked in for Hauser. Jaylen Brown comes in for Melton. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Bulls leading by 20. On the court for Chicago, we've got Miles Turner, Kobe White out there with DeSumo. And it's Mr. Perfect in at the point. And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Another 3 for Chicago.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the second. And here's Brown for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Jang's got 5 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
And the Celtics shooting a low 26% from the field. Pass to Brown. Will it go? Pure from three-point range. Brown's got 8 points.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Mr. Perfect shot is off. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Brown. Back to White. Let's go with a three. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 8 now.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
And here's Brown for 3. No good that time. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Chicago ahead, running away with this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the East... And you look at the order of things. Kenny, any teams here that have surprised you one way or the other?
Well, there are levels, Ernie.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Bulls.
You have to ask.
That does it for halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Jaylen Brown. And it's Keita in at the 4 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown working in that mid-range area. This guy knows it's got to be a part of your game.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And got it! Another basket! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
NBA, it feels like he can't miss.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Turner's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Brown passes to Pritchard. Oh, stolen by Turner. And here's the fast break. Pushing it up now. Again! What an avalanche! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
Man, it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range. And then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Chicago shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Boston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. It's Brown on the wing. Again, the miss by Boston.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
To stop the run, Porzingis misses.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Morningstar off the mark there with a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots.
And for Chicago, let's take a look. We've got Kobe White, and it's Smith in at center. From deep, drills it from deep.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And again for three. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
And here's Holiday. From deep, Melton. Chicago grabs the miss. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Mr. Perfect. No good on the 3. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Holiday against White. Puts one up from 19. The shot by Holiday, no good. Well, the Bulls' shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser from behind the arc. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Porzingis. Boston, no good that time either. And it's the Bulls' ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. This one for 3. Mr. Perfect gets the bucket.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Stay on him.
Melton outside. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Smith with a screen on Melton. Here's Mr. Perfect. The rebound by Melton. For Boston, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. The Bulls have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Pritchard, no good. And it's the Bulls' ball. Right now on a 14-0 run. We've got 1:55 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. The Celtics shooting only 26% for this game. Not good. Driving in, Morningstar. The kick out to White. Pass to Mr. Perfect from downtown. And yes, another basket. And there it is, 82 points.
This is a game that he will never forget. I know I won't.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by White. There's the triple. Pritchard, no good. The Bulls shooting 60% here in the 4th quarter. Terrific efficiency.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Bulls.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And they add to the win column. Their 19th victory this year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Mr. Perfect.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shots.
Connects again from distance.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better 3-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Pass to Melton, 18 feet out. No luck on that one. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Terry. Melton covers. Smith outside. Outside White. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
Good game, MP.